Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am back here with yet another video for you today. Here we have two of... how do I refer to these two? Dumb and Dumber? Beavis and Butthead? I don't know. Beavis and Butthead are actually smarter than these two. Anyway, let's listen to their highly educational conversation.
This is just wrong. Yeah. Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office has charged 2 residents with 3 misdemeanor counts, including a hate crime. And here's why. You know, they got a permit to paint Black Lives Matter there. They got a permit. They did it legally.
Yep.
These people came in and painted over it illegally. Mm-hmm. And why? Because they said there is no such thing as racism. It ended with the Emancipation.
Well, you know what? They're right. There is no such thing as systematic racism in this country. And the Black Lives Matter movement is a racist movement. It puts black lives on a pedestal over other lives. All lives matter is the movement we should be having a conversation about in this country, not black lives. There's nothing that makes Don Lemon, for instance, more special than Chris Coumo. They are both equally dumb. I don't see any one as being superior to the other based off of their skin tone. They're both idiots. Anyway, here we have this yellow Black Lives Matter that should not be on a city street in the first place. I don't care if they got a permit. It has no business being on the street. It is distracting. It blocks the rules of the road. It's a safety mishap. And good for these individuals standing up against this stupidity. But let's hear some more.
Yeah, and they said not in our town. This will not happen in my town. They said, and
that's right. It shouldn't happen in anybody's town.
Painting over Black Lives Matter letters in black, which you would still be able to see because they were painting over the black letters.
That part of this conversation I kind of agree with.
Helping with the art there.
You need to actually paint outside the lines, or you're just changing the color of the stupidity.
They had to know that they would get caught, or maybe they didn't think. The guy's wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat. He's screaming those sorts of things about.
Maybe they don't care about getting caught? Have you asked the Black Lives Matter rioters that burnt down people's houses and looted stores whether or not they were concerned if they were going to get caught when they were looting and vandalizing? These people are not actually hurting anyone. They're not threatening anyone's individual persons, which puts them miles ahead of the BLM rioters.
I think it's like "Make America Great Again" or something of that nature. And this is where we are in this country right now. People.
He knows exactly what that hat says. Everyone in the country, especially these two, they know what MAGA is. They know what Make America Great is. They have been championing against it for the last 3 years. They know exactly what that hat says.
People think that they can get away and do this stuff, and that it is similar to the conversation that you were having with Angela. I guess it's related. Our country. Not your country. This is my country, my town, my city, and there are certain people who don't belong, or at least what you think that is right. You want to fight for criminal.
Well, you know what? If you hate the country and they love the country, who belongs? If you believe to your core that there's nothing good about the United States, and that the only thing that's going to fix it is to tear the system down completely and no longer make it the United States, to completely do away with the capitalist system and replace it with a communist system, then are you a citizen? Are you actually somebody whose opinion should matter? If you hate the country that much, maybe you should just leave.
Justice, you want Black Lives Matter, you want to be able to have a sign that you put on the street. You can't do that because it's my town.
And look, you know, genius doesn't always have morality attached to it. Often it doesn't. And
says the genius who, quote unquote, had the coronavirus, walking around without any PPE and telling people to mind their own business or I'll kick your ass, having a rage attack at some random passerby who told him that he should go and quarantine. This is the type of genius who's pointing out genius.
it all fits together, D. The lies about the pandemic, the lies about, what this...
The lies about the pandemic from the very lips of those who spread the lies about the pandemic.
President will make happen, the lies of those around him as an echo of support, the lies about what Black Lives Matter is about. It's all about creating division.
Yeah.
And making, in a country that is...
Wow. It's just, wow. These are the people that create the division, right? The mainstream media that lies and spins everything to get everyone into an uproar. These two individuals right here are your primary sources of division in this country. And they're going to sit there with a straight face and say, no, it's all of those patriotic, normal people in the United States that are causing the division.
It's well over 70% white. If this happens, it is bad for you. They literally say it on state TV. It's coming for you next.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see the right-wing machine kick in, media machine kick in, when you see Trump's poll numbers go south. They kick in with a
no position.
The right-wing media machine is what they're trying to say right now with a straight face. The right-wing media machine. They're referring to, of course, Fox News, right? Fox News, who reports things from a right-leaning perspective, which is different than CNN, MSNBC, CBS, NBC, ABC, The Washington Post, The New York Times. The list goes on of mainstream media that is basically the Democratic propaganda machine. But they're going to sit there with a straight face and call Fox News state TV. That's precious right there.
On the Confederate flag.
Yeah, Democratic cities are in chaos right now. Is this what you want from Joe Biden? And they're going to take...
Democratic cities are in chaos right now. Go to San Francisco. You can't walk around the street without stepping in shit. Go to Seattle. You really can't walk around that town without stepping in shit. Seattle, we can't even... They have something like this top 100 list of people who the cops consider, what is it? Frequent violators. In this top 100 list, these guys have gone to court been arrested, been sentenced, and been released, each of the people on the 100 list, on average, over 36 times apiece. And it's not like they've done that over the course of 36 years either. They've done that over the course of like 7 years. How do you go to jail 36 times in 7 years and be released 36 times in 7 years? It's because they don't actually hold them. The system in Seattle is so broken that the whole city is just a bunch of tents. I kid you not. The city is just a tent town with used narcotics laying everywhere, and the cops are fed up. They're retiring. They're saying, I've had enough. That's Seattle. And these guys are trying to claim that the democratic cities are great. They're not. Chicago had how many dead last week? 80, including 3 kids? New York defunded the police by the tune of $1 billion? And their crime is skyrocketing?
Take your country away, and they're taking down the statues, and
crime is rising as they defund police.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad, and they get defunding police. It's like, and the people who you saw there, for the most part, not them specifically, I'm talking about as a whole, fall for it. They fall for it. And that's why they
fall for it.
But they did. They want to paint over.
We're just the idiots. We're the ones that see what's actually going on and don't believe their rhetoric. We're the brainwashed people, right? All right, well, I think I'll leave it right there. This is the problem in America. People like Chris Coumo and Don Lemon and CNN and their propaganda machine are tearing this country apart. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.